Lahore, one of the most vibrant and historical cities of Pakistan, is known for its rich culture, stunning architecture, and bustling markets. However, beneath its lively exterior, there are places in this city that hold dark secrets, places that have witnessed inexplicable events, eerie sounds, and terrifying apparitions. One such place is a hotel that has become infamous for its paranormal activity. It's a story that has been passed down by both staff and visitors, and its chilling events have made it a point of fascination for ghost hunters and thrill seekers alike. The story begins with an old, grand hotel located in the heart of Lahore, built in the early 20th century during the colonial era. The building, once a symbol of luxury and prestige, had fallen into disrepair over the years. While many knew of the hotel's once glorious past, fewer were aware of the terrifying rumors surrounding it. Staff who worked there for years began to speak of strange occurrences, unexplained noises, flickering lights, and the eerie sensation of being watched. One of the most famous incidents occurred in the late 1980s when a guest checked into the hotel for a short stay. A well-known businessman from Karachi, the guest seemed like a typical visitor, but his stay was anything but ordinary. That night, after a long day of meetings, he retired to his room on the top floor. The room, though old and worn, had a stunning view of the city. However, by midnight, things took a strange turn. The guest, who had been reading a book before turning in for the night, suddenly heard footsteps outside his door. Thinking it was a staff member or another guest, he ignored it. But then the footsteps grew louder, followed by a soft, eerie whispering. He tried to call the front desk, but the phone line was dead. Panic began to set in as the whispers grew closer. The hotel room door creaked open slightly, yet no one was there. Terrified, the guest bolted to the door and tried to leave, but found himself unable to open it. In a desperate attempt to escape, he looked out the window to see if he could find help, but he was horrified to see the figure of a woman standing on the street below. She was dressed in white and gazing directly up at him, her face obscured by dark shadows. The guest screamed, but no one responded. In a panic, the businessman finally managed to break the door open and rushed downstairs. When he arrived at the front desk, visibly shaken, he demanded to speak to the hotel manager. The staff, accustomed to strange occurrences, seemed unfazed by his story. They informed him that the top floor had been closed off for years due to ongoing paranormal activity. According to the hotel's staff, numerous guests had reported similar experiences over the years: footsteps, voices, and the disturbing feeling of being watched, especially on the upper floors. This was not the only chilling story associated with the hotel. There have been countless accounts from former employees who claimed to have seen a woman in white wandering the halls at night. The woman is said to have died under mysterious circumstances, and her restless spirit is believed to haunt the hotel to this day. Some claim she was a former guest who died in a tragic accident, while others suggest a darker tale of unrequited love and betrayal. Over the years, the hotel changed hands multiple times. The stories of its haunted past were passed on, but the building's reputation grew even more notorious. The staff and guests who stayed in the hotel often spoke of strange, inexplicable events, such as the temperature in certain rooms suddenly plummeting, doors slamming shut on their own, and mirrors reflecting faces that were not their own. In addition to the specter of the woman in white, there have also been reports of the sound of children laughing in the hallways, strange knocks on doors in the middle of the night, and the feeling of an unseen presence in the dark corners of the building. One particularly chilling incident involved a group of tourists who stayed at the hotel for a weekend. In the middle of the night, they were awakened by the sound of heavy furniture moving across the floor. When they checked the room, they found nothing out of place, except for a feeling of intense unease that lingered in the air. The hotel's decline continued as more and more visitors chose to avoid it, unwilling to risk encountering the restless spirits that were said to roam the halls. The building's eerie reputation grew, making it a popular topic for local ghost hunters and paranormal investigators. Despite the ghostly activity, there are still those who claim to have stayed there without experiencing anything unusual, adding to the mystery of whether the hotel is truly haunted or if these tales are simply the product of imagination. Today, the once grand hotel remains largely abandoned, though some say that the spirits of the past still linger within its crumbling walls. The hotel stands as a haunting reminder of Lahore's darker side, its history intertwined with the chilling stories of those who have come and gone. Whether or not you believe in ghosts, the stories surrounding this haunted hotel continue to capture the imagination of all who hear them. For those brave enough to visit Lahore, the question remains, would you dare to stay in the hotel where history and the supernatural collide? If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more chilling tales from around the world, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more spine-tingling content.